Hello, my name is Sofia Samauma, a holistic systemic therapist with more than 10 years of experience. We are in this wonderful garden today to talk about what are family constellations and how can they help you in your life. Family constellations or systemic work, when we have both names, is a wonderful holistic technique. It can help us to see the unseen, to see what is happening for us and our family system that is not moving forward, is not allowing us to move forward in life. Is for me, I explain it in a really easy way. What is happening in a family constellation is that we listen a lot to what is going on in our bodies when we look directly into the eyes of someone that is representing for us someone important, that is maybe the issue or problem that we are bringing to the session, or a thing, or even a concept like love, rejection, money. Anything can be seen through family constellation technique. It will allow us in a session or in a few sessions, but in one session we can look at one subject, at one issue. It will bring to the light what is behind, what is the reason of why is happening this, and what it brings for us is consciousness. It brings consciousness to the issue. It allows for us to start healing. When someone comes to see me as a client, or we are in a group setting, we are open to receive information, and we are like vessels or tubes, and in the moment that we are representing for someone else, it's like if the energy of what we are representing, even if it's a flower or a granny of someone, then we start feeling in our body different sensations, and in a magical way because it's a little bit extraordinary, this technique, we allow to the energy to transform through this connection and through looking into the eyes of the other person. So when we represent for someone, we will have feelings in our bodies. We will have the necessity of doing some movements towards the participants and the representatives. And we might have the necessity as well to do a few sentences. Sometimes family constellations can be done totally in silence, but usually there is some sentences that they come through the facilitator, and that when they are set to each other, it brings a lot of relief. So in a family constellation session, what we can do is to bring a lot of consciousness and understanding to what it happened and why we keep carrying that information with us. In a session, me as a facilitator, I will keep asking, how are you feeling now in the body when you look at maybe your granddad, or maybe the government institution. So as a practice, the most important is to continuously be really aware of how the body is answering when I look into the eyes or into a situation. And that is going to give us a lot of information. And through giving a bit of time, specific sentences that they are coming through, we will allow like all that energy to transform and bring a lot of relief and peace and understanding. We don't need for our family members to be there, so all of us, we are interconnected, the same that we are interconnected to all these plants and wonderful garden, and it will have an effect on the family system, and definitely it will have an effect in your being and how you were approaching your issue, and it will open new doors of life. That's how I express it. It will open new doors to how do you approach life, and how do you approach your illness or anything related to the issue that you brought. To put a personal example, not long ago, like a few months back, I myself sing a lot. I'm a singer, um, and I did a constellation for myself because this is a technique that can be used for anything. And the same that you do some yoga, you can do some family constellation to understand how do I approach to this issue, or which way do I choose in my life right now. And I did a constellation. There were some themes in there about my granny, my granddad. And the day after, I started to sing with a microphone in front of people, and I haven't stopped since. And I have been singing for more than 20 years. So it was definitely a blockage there that I was carrying out of love, and it was unblocked. And the day after it happened, the magic. Sometimes it takes more time to reveal what a different outcome, and sometimes they are really as quick as that and powerful. Family constellation for me is something extraordinary that it should be used from school. Like in fact in Brazil, for example, in that country they use it with children in school to resolve bullying problems. It's a really powerful technique. And where does it come from? We all belong to our family system. Even if we haven't met our dad or our granddad or 7 generations behind than us, we carry out of love what it was not seen, or a problem that happened there. Maybe your granddad went to war, and something happened in war, and there is like a retained information of pain over there, and you in the actual life you are manifesting some problems with whatever is issue, like you're manifesting, maybe you can get work, or maybe you are a smoker, and in the moment that we sit to do the family constellation, that will come to the light really quick. What happened is that out of love we carry in our shoulders what it was not seen, and the pain of others, even if we haven't met, even if sadly you have been abandoned in your life and your parents have not been there, you will be repeating because it's ingrained in the system. So family constellation is a technique that it will allow you to suddenly see what it happened, to release from your heart the pain that is just out of love you are carrying, and to allow you to then turn around and start like walking, moving forward in your life. So how can the representatives in a constellation know how to act? First of all, that is not acting. This is feeling in the body. And since my first family constellation that I took part, I think in 2015, and someone put me like, oh, you are the dead mom of someone. They put me against the wall, and I didn't know anything about it. I just start, whoo, and I just started to feel it on my body. I really wanted to look at my kids that they were on the floor. So what happened in a session, it could be a group or individual session, is that it creates a knowing field. The knowing field is just an energetic field that when we come together, that probably everyone who comes to a group session or an individual session, they are like orchestrated magically and in a really humble and organic way. So everyone who comes to the session, they will be part of this knowing field, even bringing like their ancestors' energy with them, and we open to the energy that we form together, and suddenly we talk, and we bring a lot of peace, to the system and to the world and to the collective knowledge. How can family constellation or systemic work help you in your life? For me, I have myself received a lot of therapy in my life, many years, and this technique is the most extraordinary, incredible technique that it should be taught to every single human being. Anyone can do family constellation. Anyone can be a representative. How can they help you? You can use it for anything you want to resolve in life. From I don't talk with my friend, I cannot get a boyfriend, I don't know how to earn money, I'm embarrassed to sing in public, I have an issue with university, I have an issue with my dad, I would like to find love, I have a heavy illness that I cannot get rid of, I don't know how to approach it. And in a simple way, what you need to see, it will be revealed on it, and it will start like it's almost like if you are walking in this direction, and after you do a family constellation, suddenly it appears new paths to walk, and then you can choose from a place of knowledge and relief and tranquility. For me personally, it has helped me immensely, and I keep using it continuously in my life, the same that I use yoga or dancing or singing or gardening, something extraordinary. And I found it that it is so transformative comparing with a talking therapy, that you can see and transform an issue that I might have been there for even 1,000 years in the space of an hour or 2 hours, or just counting with the amount of time of talking, but actually the constellation it could be in 5 minutes. How will your life change after doing a constellation work? Again, for me, the most important is that it will bring knowledge, it will bring consciousness, and it will bring you new perspectives and ways of seeing. And for me as well, during the last 10 years of practices, it brings a lot of peace to your system, to your heart. It's almost like if someone has been really tired and suddenly can go to rest. Might not be you, it might be there or here. It will bring a lot of peace, and sometimes events happening after the constellation and things are resolved without you having to talk, but it will bring you peace. For me, it's peace and knowledge and relief. And yes, in some cases, it brings really strong changes in a positive way, even about health or mental situation. How many sessions will you need? Well, it depends. If you just want to look at one thing that is bothering you in your life, then it's one session. But a family constellations, it can be used continuously as a technique of looking. As well, my approach to this work, I work in a more ancestral way with my drums, and I work in a more holistic way of supporting through talk as well. A lot of work that usually we need to accompany with, that is the love to the inner child. That is for me the most important thing of a therapeutical path in our lives, to recover anything that we are intending to transform in our lives. The first thing is just this self-love that we need to keep doing. So it depends how you want to approach it, but in one session, yes, you can look at a whole issue and it will come to the light. Group sessions, one-to-one sessions, individual sessions, for me, they are equally powerful. There is, again, I feel always so humble that my life has brought me to this work. So both of them will work. Myself, sometimes I run groups, but I work a lot one-to-one sessions, and how it works differently is that maybe I will represent a few of these positions or characters that they are brought into the issue, and in a group session the others will represent them, but they are equally powerfully work really well. In a one-to-one session there is more attention and more time to for the part of talking and explaining that is previous to the actual family constellation. And in a group setting, for example, where you're representing for someone else's issue, it will transform something for you and to anyone who is in the room. It doesn't have to be even a representative. So it's just a little bit different, and it creates more energy on the group, but in the one-to-one session is more focused and directing in your problem. How does it work online sessions? Well, I do one-to-one sessions and even group sessions online for many years. I have received them in that way too, and there's not a difference. The energy is so strong. I have clients internationally, and it will travel and has the same effect than in person. So I highly recommend you this work and to try it. For me, in my healing personal journey, I have not found anything even remotely similar or powerful to the work of family constellations. What I have resolved in sessions, like I shared in the beginning of the video, I'm 41 and I have started to sing 40 years of not being able to sing. I start to sing publicly right now. So in an hour session. So I highly recommend to every single human being in their lives that whatever you are going through, whatever is stuck in your body, whatever is the relationship that is not moving forward, whatever is the pattern that you cannot come out of it, there is a reason, and it's a reason that is always out of love, that is always based in the heart and with loyalty to something that happened before than you. And there is, if you are listening to this video and you are feeling like this is my moment, I really need a change with this issue or subject in my life and to move forward, I encourage you with my humble being that you go for it. There's nothing to lose. I'm aware that many people are a bit scared to look. Um, Obviously, if you do a session with me or with another facilitator, you will be totally supported. And in 10 years of experience of hundreds and hundreds of constellations, I have taken part, I have received, I have given, I have facilitated groups. No one ever has told me, wow, what a shame I have done a family constellation, because it brings you freedom. Like knowledge, it brings you freedom. And looking at why is this pain in there, and why I cannot ride a bike, whatever, or ride a car, it will transform. It will be seen. So I invite you to book a session with me. I leave the link below, or if you need a tiny phone call to see if you see your issue, or if you're ready, or if you need more support, or if you need an accompaniment for a few months with more coaching, systemic coaching that I work with these two, um, just to talk about what happened in the session and integrate it and keep doing some self-love process with your inner child, please, I will leave my link below, and I will be super happy to talk with you about what is going on and to support you in the path of freedom, in of peace in your heart. What are opening your voice or constellation with voice work? So these are specific sessions for people who would like to open the voice channel, that they are not they cannot express themselves, or they will like to start singing and they cannot sing. It's a session where we will work with family constellations techniques, voice techniques, and ancestral techniques with a lot of instruments, and we will look at what is blocking you in here, release it, and allow to this goddess or god of voice and expression to come into your life for you to express freely. So if you would like to book one session, I put you the link here, and I will be super happy to work with you too. I will keep posting some videos about family constellations, and if you have any question, you can follow me on my channel on YouTube. Follow me in Facebook or on Instagram. I will put here the links for you. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope that this has brought some light for you today and some understanding. If you have any question, just please leave in the comments, and peace to everyone today. Till next time.